Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lois. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been on this journey with me, welcome again. I create kingdom content on faith, purposeful living, journeying through singleness, lifestyle, and all things about firstly here. If you've not subscribed, guys, please do subscribe. Join the family. It promises to be fun on this channel, promises to serve you inspiration and encouragement always. So today, guys, I'm going to be sharing how I avoided dating in my teenage years. That's between 10 to 19 years according to WHO definition. So I mean, the things I did to ensure that I didn't date or commit to anybody, you get. Okay, now let me start by saying, like, I give glory to God because it's not me at all. All these fine brothers outside and I will not date. Between 2019, it's not me at all. Well, there's this concept of, when God separates you from for himself, there's nothing you can do about it. Yes, the Bible says it's God that works in us both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Now, I won't say like dating in the teenage years is not God's pleasure. You get, if once it's according to biblical standard, once you can uphold the biblical principles in your relationship in the teenage years, you get, it still honors God. But my fact is, I'm still going to get to that point. But one thing and one principle, I've held on to over the years is that once you are not ready to get married, there is no point in being in a relationship. That's the 100%. That's the, my 2 cents. If you are not ready to get married, right, like in the next 2 years, you don't see marriage, happening for you. What's the point of being in a relationship? So all that to say, I thank God because I know it was God that gave me the strength to avoid being in a dating relationship in the teenage years of my life. Okay. Now another thing I did, or as always, guys, there is a guide. Another thing I did was, to ensure that I didn't bow down to any peer pressure. I was one of those children that got education fast. We were just. I even got the concept of double promotion. I don't know if it still goes on. I didn't have primary 3 education. From primary 2 I just jumped to primary 4. So I was those fast learners, you get. And as a left hand, that's why all these people, attacking left-handed people, let me not say anything, but I'm a left-handed person. And then, thank God for my parents, I didn't have any issue. I've mentioned that in my last video. So I was just up. So when I got to the university, yes, and even before, while in secondary school, in my senior secondary school year, that's what we operate in Nigeria. My mom, she's sort of a disciplinarian, and then she told me the stance, like, boyfriend, girlfriend, there's nothing like that. Face your education. Same thing with my dad. You need to, and they really invested in our education, so you need to show them good rewards, like good results. So you need to be serious. And so it's not even something we discuss in my house. And me being the firstborn, I'm the one that they use as first example. So we'll be like, there's nothing like boyfriend, girlfriend in this house. So it wasn't like spelled out, or we didn't have that conversation like, no boyfriend, girlfriend, but it was implied. And if you don't want any beating or any insult, you need to apply. Okay. So at home I knew, so in my secondary school years I knew was all this. There's no point having secrets, relationship is. And growing up, this wasn't the year when there was phone. There was no phone then to be calling up and down. So at that point, I don't want any beating. No, let me know, just engage in this relationship or boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. That was in my secondary school years. Now when I finished secondary school, I was in my middle teens then. Now I didn't pass my exams very well to get into the university the same year I finished secondary school, so I had to wait back a year. And that year, I'm looking back now and I can say, like, oh, it's a blessing. It's made me to refocus. It's made me to have vision as regards my academics. But guys, then it wasn't vision. It was a season of let me say, like, rewards, like maybe torment, because I didn't really enjoy my house anymore. It was this backlash on this backlash. You are not you are not moving forward in your education. What is wrong with you? You are the first one in the family. I was just getting that pressure. And then by God's grace, I passed my exams the next year and I got into university. So with that experience I had at home, I'm like, there's no point, there's no way I'm going back home, having any carryover, or failing one or two courses, just not doing well in school. So with that, experience I had at home, I was like, getting to school, I need to be very, very serious. Guys, the first day I got to the hostel, like pack my stuff to the hostel, I went to night class that day. That was my first time going to night class, and I didn't even know what I was doing, but I went, I sat down, reading and all. So my experience at home just showed me like you need to be serious. And then I just feel like part of being serious is not engaging in any relationship, because the time you need to commit to being with one another, seeing one another, is taking off the time, in my own opinion, like taking off the time you need to be in school, learning, reading, and all those amazing stuff as relates to your education. Then also, guys, when I got to the university, I think in my 100 level, some of my roommates around, they were getting heartbroken by their boyfriends. They will come back to the room crying. He said this, he did this. I was like, so this is all what you guys experience. And I always root for my friends. So once a boyfriend, did something to one of my friends, we will fight together with that. I mean, we would, so when the guy comes and maybe to beg her, you will see reaction on my face. What is he doing? What does he want here? So I'm always like that friend that they will come back and tell whatever they're experiencing, and then I will encourage them, like mostly to leave the guy. That's what I used to tell them. Like, he made you, go through this. He gave you this kind of odds, make you feel this bad. Don't go out with him again, something like that. But me, all these experiences, grown-up ladies, they were even older than me, but you see them crying, being down. So I'm like, I don't want to feel like this from the hand of any guy. Let me not engage in a relationship. That's also one thing I learned, and that was what I head on to. Another point was the fact, like, maybe in my 200 level now or 3, most of my friends were really in a relationship and everything. But at the point, I asked one of my friends, like, sweetheart, what are you gaining from being in a relationship? And she went rambling, you gain experience for what exactly? And for the time you get married, I was, I could not, she could not really pinpoint the exact reasons or the benefits of being in a relationship. And I, like I said, thank God for the kind of parents I have, because I wasn't in any lack. And and I thank God also for the gift of contentment, because whatever my parents gave me was okay for me. So it's not as if I needed anything from any guy, no trade by barter situation going on, you get. So that's why I was even able to stand firm and say, there is no point getting in a relationship or dating in the teenage years of life. Okay. So the point I mentioned earlier was the fact that my friends could not give me a tangible reason or a tangible benefit of being in a relationship in the teenage years. Okay, then I also, I mentioned this earlier, that I heard the quotes. I can't remember who said it now, but it has been said over and again that there is no point being in a relationship if you are not ready to get married. If you don't see yourself getting married in about 2 years, why are you bothered about getting in a relationship? You are just draining yourself, your time, your energy, and your emotions. Okay. Yeah, most times being in such relationship gives room for lust and sexual temptations, which when engaged has its own ripple effects on its own. All these STI, unwanted pregnancy, and all those they are not amazing. They can tie you down. Okay. Now, and also being a science student myself, like I'm a science student, not like that science student. Being a science student, we were taught the concept of reproduction very early in my secondary school, and then what other things, mostly the unwanted pregnancy. I can see, we were taught what's going to do for the female, the mother, now, the embarrassment, the shame, the fact that she will not be able to, really achieve more or achieve the dreams she has for her life when she gets pregnant at a early age. All those things, and I'm sort of a person that perceive risks very high. I have a high risk perception to things, you get. So all those things make me scared, like I don't want to get pregnant, so let me not be in a relationship. I don't want to get pregnant. It's not as if I knew right on time that it's not, it doesn't mean that being in a relationship means you get pregnant. But at that point of my life, I just avoided relationship altogether and dating. I was like, I don't want to get pregnant, I don't want any STI. So I was scared, and I really just ran away. Let me just use that word, ran away from dating. Okay, it's not as if I didn't have, as in the university you need, you definitely have guy friends. Maybe you want a explanation or something, maybe past questions, or maybe you are even in a group for assignments and all those stuff. But I had my stance like, there is no relationship. I had guys friend, a lot of friends that were guys, but when the discussion is already moving from just being friends and you're already telling me, you like me, you do, and one thing I did a lot then was to friend zone guys. I'm very good at, when you are just called, I just, he's my friend though. Later, if it's church the situation, he's my brother Lagbada, brother. I used to use that one a lot, and it just changed the situation. Like, don't come in here to tell me you want to date me. This is not dating season. Okay, then another thing I did was the fact that I mentally challenged myself to wait, learning the art of patience. So at the age of 15, I told myself, Lois, wait, let's get to 18. Let's see. When we are 18 years, you would have matured more. Let's see if you can handle a relationship then. So that was what I did. And then when I got to 18, I felt I was in a middle of a huge task in terms of my academics. So I pushed myself till I was 21. And the video, another video is going to come up on, why I'm still even single in my mid-20s. And then it's going to cover from being 21 till and mid-20s. I don't want to say my age yet. I'm not yet comfortable sharing that with you guys, but it's basically between 25 to 27 years. So I have been able to maneuver the single season so far. Okay, yeah. Then then also in my teenage years, like I told you, the experience I had at home, my first semester results, I started with a 2-1. So I got home, my mom didn't even like it. We had to call another one of my sisters, short course sisters, that she was already in the uni, and then she was one that told my mom, it's still a good result, that can get better, and then that was when I was really striving for his first class. So I was like, no relationship, no distraction. And that was what I did so far, and definitely I had no regrets, like having or not dating in my teenagers, looking back now, because then early enough though, I didn't envy anybody. Maybe their boyfriend brought them cakes during their birthday, these, they are all amazing things, but I didn't envy anybody. Our life journey is what is different, and that's the thing, guys. If you can learn the art of not comparing yourself, you will have a lot of peace as it relates to your life, because you can't compare your own chapter 1 to another person's chapter 15. But you wouldn't know, you just feel like, this person is has a lot of boyfriend coming around, have a lot of this good stuff, bags, shoes, all those kind of things. But if you are just contented, and the Bible says, the Bible told us that having therefore food and raiment, this King James version, we should be what? We should be contented. So if you have food, you have clothes to wear, why are you stressing yourself? You get? Okay. So that was what I was really focused on, my academics. Like, my parents' money cannot come and waste. So I was really reading. Okay. So definitely I have no regrets. Yeah. So, and then it was even in the midst of this, I sort of started to get serious with my work with the Lord. It's not as if I didn't have 1 or 2 lapses during this period, during this my teenage years, but loving kingdom songs. Then even then I was still listening to secular and worldly songs, but anytime I hear any godly or kingdom songs, I get just and it's now I know that it's been in the spirit, but those kind of songs just make me happy. So I just love the things of Jesus, going to church. In my teenage years, during my the late things, I was in the university. So I wasn't really in a service unit, because the church I was going to was quite far from my hostel. But anytime, any service day, I would go to church and all those kind of amazing things. So that's where I began to love Jesus more, be in a relationship more and more with Jesus. Okay. And then ultimately I had the concept of living with vision and purpose. So, and I don't want a situation whereby I will look back and then I'll be counting the number of boyfriends I have. I just feel like it's not a good thing. So, and like I said, it's the help of the Holy Spirit, because I know it's not normal. You can't be looking at all your friends having boyfriend and you are comfortable with not having anybody around you. You get? So that's why I said I thank God. I don't take it as a thing of pride or anything. I just know it's God that is working in me. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. There was this time when I was in my final year. There is something with final year. Then in my school, like once after graduation, I just go and get married. So the girls, my roommates, those girls, I'm still going to do a video. They were They were amazing. I mean, they frustrated me. Oh, they really frustrated me. But I thank God I didn't back down. Also, I was in the fight with them. There will be no all these insinuating words or implying words attacking somebody in the in the room. You get, you're like, so someone is in his or her final year, there's nobody coming to check on them, they are not in a relationship already, is that not an issue? All those kind of, but me, I'm not even bothered. I don't even care about whatever they are saying. I just have focus, like I don't even, what's the vision for my life, what's the purpose? I've not gotten to know that already, and then I'm not saying, oh, it's a relationship that I'm into or is marriage. So I took my time. I was like, there is no rush at all, Lois. Just be patient and be calm with yourself. And I'm also doing these videos, for my young girls out there. There is a lot to life than just being in a relationship and then piling up heartbreak, piling up emotional hurts. It's not worth it. Try as much as possible to love yourself. Try as much as possible not to bow down to peer pressure. And how do you do that? When you love Jesus, when you allow Jesus to take over your heart, surrendering your life to him more and more, you'll be able to do what, to resist the temptations. Yes, the guys will come around, but your stand, like, oh, I'm not ready to be in a relationship now. I'm trying to get my education together. I'm trying to get my skills together. If you're into business or any vocation, it's not definitely, I feel education protects one from getting married early. Yes, you'll be able to, like, when you are tied to a focus, like, I'm getting this degree, I don't want this distraction yet. But when you are learning a vocation, so you can say that, okay, let me finish learning this trade, let me get my stand in this business, then I can consider a relationship or marriage. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so all that to say, don't give in to peer pressure, ladies, and even guys also, because the thing is, yes, we don't want unwanted pregnancy, we want sexually transmitted diseases to be eradicated or very, very low. But if we are just focusing on telling the girl child to be serious with his education, and then we leave the male child to just do whatever he wants, there is the male child that is talking to the to the female child, right? So all that to say that even our boys out there should be trained, should be taught to ensure that they focus on their life vision also, and don't just go around trying to pile up the number of girls they've dated or slept with. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And I've mentioned also that you should not live in comparison. For the fact that your friend is having a boyfriend doesn't mean that you two should have. And I've been in a relationship, so-called relationship, you don't know what she's facing. During those times, I mean, some guys, they used to beat my friends, they will beat them, slap them, and then they will come to my room, cry, talk to me. I mean, that's one thing that really, because I'm like, I don't want any guy to come and be slapping me or be beating me. As ladies, we need to know our values as the daughter of the king that we have. Let's not just give in to peer pressure and live in comparison. Ensure and that's what I'm rooting for. Avoid relationships in the teenage years. I've seen people, they started dating at 17, they eventually got married at 23 or so. I mean, if you can, all those long term. But how do you even manage emotions sexually now in those, and most times, during the adolescent years, that's when the secondary sexual characteristics begins to form. You want to experiment and all them. So how do you control that? When you are in a relationship, the girl is around you, how do you manage your emotions then? All that to say, try as much, if you can, avoid relationships, dating in your teenage years, and wait till you are in your 20s before you start trying, dating and being with somebody of the opposite sex. The Bible says a man and a woman. Okay, so guys, that will be all, sharing how I avoided dating in my teenage years. If you also avoided dating, let me know in the comment section and tell me how you went about it. And if you've gotten married right now but you also avoided dating in your teenage years, let me also know in the comment section. Don't forget to share. All these our young girls, share, let them know, like, someone also avoided dating in the teenage years and they are doing fine. It didn't mean that they are not enjoying life. I did enjoy my life the kingdom way. But I didn't do dating and all in my teenage. Anybody that says I dated Lois when she was 18, the person is lying. So till next time, guys, let me wrap it up here. Till next time, the next video for the early 20s is going to come up shortly, so you should watch that. Also. Till next time, guys, I love you all. Enjoy God's love as always. Enjoy God's best, and don't forget to live a fun, fit life the kingdom way. Bye bye. Love.